MightyKeef. You know what I just realized, guys? I haven't made a video going over my overall impressions of Marvel Tokon, right? 2XKO's been out for a few days, and I'm actually liking it so far. I really hope that they put more characters in at a steady pace, but as of right now, I'm liking it a lot. These are games that I played in Marvel Tokon, obviously during the beta. And I just want to go over my thoughts, man. Just go over my thoughts of how I feel about it. We'll go with the negatives first, so we can always end on a positive note, right? But overall, I'm gonna let you know, if you don't already, I love the game. The game is incredibly fun. This is just me versus some random people online and stuff like that. It's incredibly fun from casual level to a competitive level. I got to play against people who had no idea what they're doing, just like me. And then I got a glimpse of what happens when you go against somebody that does know what they're doing. When I contacted Justin Wong on Twitter. I was like, bro, let's get some matches in, man. Let's get some matches in. And we've been, trying to get some matches in like Street Fighter and stuff like that in the past, but I was like, Marvel's here, let's get some matches in. And we played for like 30 minutes, and I got my ass whipped for 30 minutes, and it was fun. It was fun figuring out what to do against someone who was incredibly good. It was fun trying to figure out, and obviously, from his skill level to mine, it's still going to be, even if I figure some stuff out, being able to apply it, it's still going to be incredibly hard, right? But that's the fun part of fighting games, right? Just figuring out how. Yeah, I was able to get around. I think maybe 2 rounds once. But overall, it was fun to see that this game is not just going to be a mash fest, although at a very basic level it looks like that, because you can get so much damage off of auto combos, which brings me into my first negative, which is auto combos. I am cool with auto combos. I still think Dragon Ball FighterZ did it the best. I think Invincible's also going to do it the best as well, and I believe, yeah. But I think Invincible, you can only auto combo with light attacks. In this game, you can do it light, medium, heavy. I do think they're a little too strong right now. Now, obviously, it's very early in the game. 2XKO, also you only do it with light attacks, I believe, as well. But anyways, it's very early, right? But it just, initially, it felt like, damn, what I mean? Even if you know what you're doing, right? If you get heavies, like a full auto combo of heavies into a level 3, that's like half the person's health or more. Now, of course, it's heavy resource, but it feels like you get your resources pretty fast in this game. You know what I mean? So obviously they're never going to be optimal, but I still think they maybe are a little too good. And not just in like a damage perspective, but just like a whole, like, I guess traction. Like sometimes it feels like a combo that you would do normally would fall, but if you had just did the auto combo of, like, if you had just tried to punish somebody by starting the auto combos do like it's hard for me to explain, but they kind of track. They kind of do like a dash forward, or your character is like a magnet and it goes to the opponent if you do an auto combo. And that type of, I guess, movement wouldn't have happened if you had just did the combo regularly. So it almost feels like sometimes there's certain situations where doing the auto combo was like just objectively better. And it just, again, that's what it feels like from the very, 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 very beginning stages of these games, right? Obviously, Justin Wong or good players aren't doing auto combos, right? For a reason. There's more stuff you can do. Yeah. Another one is, for me personally, I was not a big fan of the wall splats, or I guess the frequency of them. It seems like they happen a lot, right? A lot. And it's funny because this almost became not a negative, because after you fight somebody really good, you kind of are like, yo, I need to breathe. I need to be like, let me reset neutral. And like when you get put in the corner, you get wall splatted and it resets neutral. So it's like, oh, okay, maybe this is for people who need to, like, I don't know, because there's no push block in this game, which is another negative. I think they need a push block. They have defensive mechanics, but I think a push block in any tag fighter, it's just necessary. I think it just should always be there. you know, I don't care if it costs a meter or like, you know, one of the green bars is your assist meters. It can cost like a green meter or something. I think that's completely fine. But yeah, I think push block would be very good if they implement that. They have their own little counter. But it's kind of, it's like, okay, it's not like the greatest thing ever, and it can be countered. Like, yes, your alpha counter can be countered if the other person knows you're going to do it, which is fine. Like, you shouldn't, I guess there shouldn't be like a get out of jail free card, right? But push block also isn't a get out of jail free card, because you can kind of play around knowing your opponent's going to push block and still apply pressure, or there's specific pressure strings with push block in mind. So it's not free, right? But, you know, I'm okay with that. But I think there should be more than just alpha counter. But the wall splats, they're just, I don't know. It's like you're doing something cool, you're doing something cool, you're doing something cool, and then wall splat. And then sometimes when I want to pressure people in the corner, I just can't, right? There were many times where I tried to grab someone and put them in the corner, but it just caused like a stage transition instead. And like, I was like, well, you know, I grabbed them and I wanted to do like an Oki setup or something, but instead we just reset the neutral. And I was like, well, then should I have just not grabbed them in that situation? Because I grabbed them and I didn't really get the reward that I was looking for. I could have, instead of grabbed them, I could have done something else, you know what I mean? Like tried to go for a low or overhead and then start a combo. But, you know, it was just one of those things where it's like, well, damn, I specifically wanted to grab in the corner but couldn't get it because of the stage transitions. And I just didn't really like that, really, a lot. But we'll see. Again, you know, it's new mechanic. None of these are things that are like, oh, I'm not getting the game. I'm getting the game day one. I'm getting the game day one. I'm playing the hell out of this game because I truly loved it. I think it's really fun. We don't even know what the characters are, but we know 8 characters so far, and I've had a blast so far. But these are just things that I hope can be changed. Or maybe if I have someone that can enlighten me why they are in there in the first place, maybe the negative won't be as bad. Maybe I just need a different perspective. This is just my initial impressions. What stage? I already talked about the auto combos. Yeah, if the auto combos could be reduced, the overall damage could be reduced by like 10%, maybe 15%. I think they'd be fine. I have no problems with auto combos being in the game, by the way. Never, in anything. I think that is very good, especially for getting new people into fighting games. And it's a way to make it so that people who are already love fighting games, it's like, okay, you know, if you're competent, like modern controls or auto combos aren't the reason why you lost, right? So it's not, the reason why you lose to auto combos or modern control is because you're at a small, you are a lower elo, just like the other person using it, right? So yeah, I'm kind of just going off in the weeds because you know, obviously, but yeah, I just think that 10% or something, because auto combos or modern controls should never be like the optimal way to play. I'm okay with them being kind of an alternative way to play, kind of, but they shouldn't be like, I shouldn't be able to do like a very hard 20-hit string and it does the same amount of damage as like an 8-hit auto combo. That shouldn't happen. And that does happen in this game. I've seen some pretty crazy stuff from like Sonic Fox and other people. And then at the end of the combo, it's like only maybe 2 to 3% more damage than it had someone did like a medium over and over. You know what I mean? And that just doesn't feel good. One more negative is I feel like the character is a little too floaty. You know what I mean? Like I feel like people are in the air a lot. I feel like I like the pacing of the game, but it could be a little bit faster, I think. You know, I'd be all right with that. But yeah, it just feels like the character's a little floaty. That may not even be like super bad. That may not even be like that big of a deal, honestly. Like they weren't egregiously floaty, right? But it did. There were times where it's like, oh man, I don't know. It just feels like things are a little too slow. But you know, again, it might end up being the perfect pace when I think about it. And I'll be like, oh no, they were great. Okay, so one of the things, and this may develop as the game goes on, again, is like it didn't feel like there was that big of a reason to switch your character. And the reason why I think that's a negative is because this is a tag fighter, like if that's what it's advertised as. But there's no real reason to tag your fighter in outside of maybe like, you know, oh, I don't like this matchup, right? For example, in this game, I tagged to Doom specifically. Wow, crazy that it just did it right now. I tagged to Doom specifically because I did not like the matchup with Miss Marvel. I thought I could probably lame him out with some stuff. I thought my Oki setups were very good with his Aegis Reflector, and I just had more confidence with Doom, so I tagged him out, right? And that's the only reason. But I want there to be more of a reason. Because what if I'm okay. I don't ever want to tag out. There's no punishment for never tagging out. Whereas in tag fighters, there's usually a punishment because it's like, oh, well, the character that, you know, comprises your team synergy is gone now. Or it's like you need to recover more health, and a smarter player would have like recovered health by tagging out. But since you didn't, you got punished for that. But all that is not really in the game because there's only one health bar. And there doesn't really seem a reason to tag out. I don't know if that's just what they're going for or what. As far as I know, everyone has the same amount of health. As far as I know. I don't think there's anything where it's like, because when you have one health bar, you can't have like Miss Marvel have a different health pool than Doctor Doom or something like that, right? But yeah, it seems like I can't do anything. Now, I will say, near the very tail end of this beta, I was looking at clips and was like, oh, that's crazy. And I'm talking about some insane mixes that you can do while doing your tag-ins, okay? Which could be an incentive. Maybe that's part of the incentive, like, I remember seeing somebody doing, I don't know who it was, if it was Cloud 805 or Sonic Fox. They did some crazy mix that involved tagging in the other player while the opponent had to guess which side to block, right? Similar to like what you do in 2XKO or like how it was in Marvel Infinite, but like it looked a little OD. It looked like, oh, damn, wait a minute. And nobody was playing like this for like the first 48 hours of the beta. 48 hours. So it was only like 20 hours long. But you know what I mean. So I said, oh, well, hold on. Now let's just wait a minute. Maybe this thing is just so deep that we haven't even gotten there yet. And at the tail end of the beta, it kind of looked like it was getting there because, like I said, I saw some crazy clips that did involve tagging. Like, a lot. So we'll see. I think... I don't understand reversals. This isn't really a negative, by the way. This is just, I didn't understand reversals because, like, as Captain America, I tried to DP very, very frequently on Wake Up just to test to see what I can and cannot lose to. I lost to everything. Now, I didn't do EX DP. I just wanted to see what regular DP could do. And most of the time, I lost on Wake Up to, like, jab or throw or something. And I'm like, oh man, I don't think these guys are timing their meaties that well. Like you know what I mean? The game just came out, and these are people I'm beating, right? So I'm like, I don't know if that skill set is, you know, they have that down pat just now. It's like, why is it? I don't know. Why is it messing up? I got to figure out the properties. I didn't really see anything that was like true anti-air. I never really got super anti-aired. And I didn't notice anything that did anti-airs that well. Now, someone else's experience might be completely different. Maybe they got hit every time they got to the skies. I don't know. But for me, I couldn't find a good anti-air. And this is like my last negative, right? And my last negative is that every assist seems to knock down as a combo extension. And that's like, you know, if you don't tag and you just have an assist, like let's say you do your little ABC combo, launch them, ABC down, then call the assist. No matter what assist it is, it seems like it's just a knockdown that they roll into, and then you can extend the combo. And I don't know, I don't want it to be like that because I kind of want it some like, it almost makes everything feel kind of samey. Now, again, to reiterate, it. Not every assist does the same thing. Like if you call a what's it called, Star-Lord assist, right? He'll do something completely different than Doom or than Captain America. But when you have them in a combo and you're trying to extend it, and I guess they are OTGing or whatever, it seems like that's always or not OTGing, but like when you hit them, it seems like it's always a hard knockdown for you to extend the combo. I hope I can find it here somewhere. But yeah, it's like, it's weird. It's like, okay, you know what I mean? Like, imagine if every assist in the game was like Wesker assists, like had Wesker assist properties of OTGing, so you could to continue the combo, right? Wesker for Marvel 3, and it was just like, what? Why? I don't know. It was strange. It was strange. But yeah, I was hoping, like, I don't know, maybe if you hit him on the ground with like Star-Lord's ice gun, it restands him. Now you can do that setup, but you have to specifically tag into Star-Lord and then do that ice beam thing to restand them, right? And then I guess maybe you could even tag back, I think, maybe, to your original person. I don't know. Again, the tagging is very different in this game. But yeah, that's it. That's really all the negatives, man. When it comes to the positives, brother, although the game feels floaty in terms of like when you jump and stuff, when you hit somebody, it feels weighty. It feels like you beating the shit out of them boys. And I love that. It seems like you putting boots to ass. And I love that. I love all how it feels. All the combos feel satisfying. They're very flashy. They're very comical, right? It looks like a comic panel when you do it. Just like it gives me that MVC3 feel. You know what I'm saying? They kind of went away from that in Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, but in MVC3 they made it feel like there was a comic book you were playing, and it feels like that in this as well. I want this to also be known. This is not a Marvel vs. Capcom game. There are some similarities, right? But this is more of a Dragon Ball Fighters, like kind of Strive, Guilty Gear Strive-esque game, for the most part, right? So don't come in here thinking you about to play Marvel vs. Capcom 4. I think the game is going to have a lot of room for creativity. I do. I think that whenever I played the game, the first thing I do in tag fighters like 2XK or anything like that, or fighters with like, I guess, Magic Series, like the ABC launcher stuff, I always be like, can I do this into this into this? And if the answer is yes, I usually enjoy the game. If I, like, without looking up guides, without looking up anything, if I can like intuitively think of a combo or a route or something and I can do it, I'm like, yo, I'm probably gonna like this game. And that's how I felt with this. I felt like if I could do this into this into this, I could. Now there is a combo meter that it's a gauge that if you fill it up, it'll break. Like the combo will break out, and that's, I guess, meant for like, you know, no infinites or nothing like that. But it is not nearly as restrictive as you would think. It can be reset by various things. I forgot, there's like 3 different things, but one I know for sure is EX moves will not reset or just take away some chunk. So figuring out what EX moves and or assists that you can put into the combo to reset the gauge so that you can extend the combo more, it's just another layer of creativity that you're going to be able to do in the game. And that's going to be fun. I think I'm going to enjoy that a lot. Yeah, whenever I thought of a combo or a scenario or a block string or you know, something, it was always a yes. It was always like a, yeah, you can do that. What else? I already talked about, yeah, this is just about the, I think, well, this is going to be maybe part of the first I like, which is like the hit stop. It just feels weighty. It feels like when I hit somebody, it's a lot of crunch, but also not just for a visual, not just for like, it's not just visually appealing. It's also easy to hit confirm and stuff because things aren't like going too fast. When you hit somebody, it almost feels like you got a lot of frames in there to do your next move, right? It's almost like a rhythm, like a doop doop doop, instead of like something like da da da, right? It's like a nice rhythm of it. You see how it just seems like a let me see if I can. Oh wait, this is me getting my ass whooped. I win this set, by the way. I win this set, but he beats my ass for a little bit. Hold on, where is it? So it's almost like boop boop, then boop. It's almost got like a little rhythm to it that you can kind of 1 2 3 1 2 3. You see what I mean? Like it's pretty cool. I like it. I like the combo pacing, maybe is what it's called, of the game so far. It's pretty lit, man. All the supers, brother. The supers are dynamic. They are flashy. They are going to make like right. Oh, he missed, but bro, they all look good. They all look good. One gripe I had with 2XKO is some of those. I think Vi's level 3 is like a choose your own level 3 type thing where it's like choose your own opponent. Not like, and what I mean by that is that you don't see your opponent in the level 3 until the very end. It's like, what? I want to see me beating this person's ass, right? You know what I mean? Could you imagine if, like, I don't know, you're playing Potenko? Y'all saw that crazy cross-up my cat just did? I love this game. Oh, man. I don't know why I keep accidentally hitting the select button, right? And my character just freezes, and my opponent's probably like, wait, what is he doing? And then they get a combo. But yeah. Okay, so that's actually a pretty good... let me show you. This is what I meant by the negative about the auto combos. Here. After he pops out, right? He's going to pop out. I do that. I do light. Okay? Now, you see how my light is, like, right here? But I'm going to continue the light auto combo. I travel all the way to the other side. Now, his Captain America's medium goes far, but it doesn't feel like it goes this far. It feels like there's, like, a little bit more that kind of, like, gravitate. It made me, like, gravitate towards the opponent because I did the auto combo. It almost made it so that it's like tracked so that it does the combo, you know, better or whatever. But yeah, yeah. So like I said, the everything looks beautiful. It looks dynamic. It looks flashy. The artwork, the models are godlike. This was a very good rendition of each character in like a anime-esque form. You see, Star-Lord doesn't really look anime, but there are some that definitely do. Obviously Iron Man's like the biggest tell, right? He's a literal mech. He's like in a Gundam, and that's really cool. What else? The voice acting is really good so far. Now, obviously, this is like Japanese voice acting, but they all sound really good. I'm assuming. I'm hoping the English voice acting will do well as well. But everyone sounds like they're just in the booth, like just locked in, bro. It seems like all the hits, it sounds good. It seems like when someone's like doing a super, it sounds passionate. I'm hoping the English version does the same thing, brother. Another thing is just like in the gameplay, bro. It always felt like there was some good offense and good defense. Like you always had some type of option, right, on offense and defense, and that's good. There's some games where defense isn't really readily available to you unless you do something, right? For example, I guess like Tekken, right? A lot of Tekken's defense is based off of knowledge, right? So like when you first start out the game, that isn't given to you. There's 30-something characters, and they all have 1,000,005 moves, right? So a lot of the defense is your knowledge about what to do in a certain situation involving someone's moves, right? It's not, and there's a billion moves. Like, are you supposed to sidestep to the right, to the left? Is this a high? Is this a low? Whereas in this game, so far, like I said, obviously just regular blocking. You have alpha counters. There's also another mechanic. I forgot what it's called. Now, I wish they would put like a push block in there somewhere, but that was just like cream of the crop. There's something else I forgot. But like on offense, you have like armored. They have like a universal armored move, so that if you're getting hit with like too much pressure, you can do it. There's parries, and like I don't think it's a high-low parry. It's just a straight-up parry. Yeah, there's a parry, there's a alpha counter, there is like armored moves to kind of get you out of pressure, which are also overheads that you can then confirm into actual combos. Yeah, it's good. There's good offense and defensive options that are readily available. Like you don't really need to know too much. You just need to know, I'm getting hit. I need to do this. I need to press this button to get me out of jail. It's not out of jail free, but it's something that's like, I have an option, right? Keep my opponent guessing. Yeah, that's kind of all I got for right now, man. I really love this game. I really love this game, and I can't wait to see. It's supposed to be at Tokyo Game Show, which is either later this month or next month. I can't remember when. Hopefully we get some new characters. We haven't seen any Spider-Man or Ghost Rider at Evo. This is the same build of Evo, so we didn't get any Ghost Rider or Spider-Man play, and then this game, in this one, we didn't have it either. So we only got to play the 6. So we still have Ghost Rider, Spider-Man to look forward to, see what they do. And then, of course, you know, we got to see how many characters are going to be in the full game. But, guys, I love this game so far. Let me know what you guys think of the beta and then everything you've seen of the beta so far. But, yeah, I'm heading out. Hey, subscribe if you're new. I want to get this channel to 100K, baby. We out.